Campus cafeteria, early evening. It was quieter than usual. The late hours meant fewer students, less noise. One sat near the window, a table for two, but only one ever used. A cup of coffee, a half-eaten sandwich, and her eyes on a book. She was not reading. She didn't notice him coming, but Jungkook, ever obedient, noticed her like he always did, grinning as he slid into the seat across from her. You really like sitting alone, huh? It's becoming your brand. And you really like disturbing kids. That's yours. I call it charm. Most people do. She finally looked at him briefly. Unassumed, he noticed her short hair again, the way it never moved, the way she never tucked it behind her ears, almost like she doesn't want it touched. You know, for someone so soft-spoken, you have got this scary aura. It's hot. She rolled her eyes and shut her book. If that's your pickup line, it's then on arrival. Nah, that was me trying to be nice. But fine. Serious question. You used to have long hair, didn't you? No, I mean you had, right? You look beautiful in that long silky hair. Why did not let your hair grow, huh? Her hand raised for a second. Figures, girls like you always go for the dramatic haircut phrase. Let me guess, you were trying to be cool like the Stormboys. You ask a lot of questions for someone who doesn't even know me. And how did you know I had long hair? Social media, I accidentally found your account. You should not stalk me, okay? Better stay away from me. She grabs her tray, gets up. He watches her walk away, confused, a little amused, and weirdly affected. She looked tough, but when he joked about her hair, her jaw clenched. Her hand shook. But he did not give any attention, thinking you were just pissed at him for ruining a peaceful eating time, as you always prefer alone. But there, him always preferred to tease the person he likes, a typical boy poking fun at the girl he could not stop noticing. But she was not typical. Time skip at night, one's room. I sat in the front of mirror brushing my hair. I did not take long anymore. Not like before, no tangles, no heaviness, just a few strokes and it was done. Short, plain, easy. But every time the brush touches my scalp, I remember how it used to feel when it was long. How my mom would braid it for me in the morning. How Lily used to call me Rapunzel. How I used to feel pretty until that day, until someone used to drag me back into home. Now it just feels safer like this, harder to grab, easier to forget. I was not crying, I wasn't even upset. Not exactly, I just felt hollow. Like a bad dream someone laughed about in daylight. I knocked on the door. The door soft cracked as it opened. Wyatt, you have been quiet. Everything is okay? I know that once. Too quickly. I keep brushing. Need anything, sweetheart? No, I'm fine, I said. My voice did not shake. That was the goal. They did not come in. They trusted my answer. Or maybe they did not know how to ask twice. The door closed again. Footsteps faded the hall. I stared at my reflection, at the girl with guarded eyes and thousands unsaid things, and I whispered to her, "It's just hair, Ryan." He didn't know you were okay, but the ache in my chest didn't listen. Lecture hall next afternoon. The lecture hall buzzed with light chatter. Student _M_I_L about before class begins, while is already seated near the front corner, flipping through her notes. Her short, uneven haircut brushed against her cheeks. From the back row, Jungkook leaned forward, eyes straight on her. His friends are laughing over Amy, but he distracted again. Drowned. Dude, admit it, you got a doesn't look up until his shadow covers her notebooks. You roll your eyes, seeing him standing in front of you with his playful smirk. He placed his hand on her book, which was she reading. Wine tries to pull her book away from him, but he did not. Then did something to make her startle so badly. He tried to touch your hair, leading you push yourself. You know, every time I see you, I got more convinced you were raised in a wolf pack. You know, every time I see you, I lose more faith in the education system. Chuckles rise from nearby desk. Jungkook leaned on her desk, amused. Still bold choice with the haircut. Bet you scared you scissor into early retirement. That earns a laugh from few people, but when his friend we know pull out his phone to record when Stevens. Is this the don't mess with me look, or just to fashion rebellion? Why choose close her notebook, stand up calmly, and step in closer? You really want to know why I keep my hair short? Jungkook blinked, caught off guard. Her eyes hold his now, unflinching. Because I like this way. Not everything need to be shown for you or your little audience. Her voice doesn't rise, but her words land sharp. And besides, someone has to balance out all the mass in your head. She brushes past him, climbs up the stairs to the exit, leaving a stunned silence. Late night wine's room, wine pool. She's alone, lights off. Just the glow of her street lamp blending through the curtains. Her knees down to her chest, blanket wrapped around her shoulder. He probably didn't mean it. That's what I keep telling myself, like a child, like a lifeline. It was just a joke. He didn't know you are overreacting. But the thing about trauma is it does not ask for permission. It doesn't care if the pain was intentional or not. When Jungkook said that about my hair, about girls like me dramatically cut it off, I could not breathe for a second. Because in that flash of moment, I was back there, back in that empty library, back in the dark hall, back on the cold ground, with my hair being yanked so hard I thought my scalp was split open. The smell of sweat, blood, his hand, and me screaming with no one to hear it. I cut it the next day. I did not tell anyone. I just did. And somehow that gave me a false sense of control, as cutting my hair could erase what happened. But tonight, with one careless sentence, he brought all back. Not with malice, not with cruelty, just with ignorance. And the moment hurts me because it reminds me how invisible my story is, how no one sees it, even when it's written across my silence. How people laughed at ghosts that still scream in your head. And she closed her eyes, her finger touched the back of her neck, where the hair is shorter. I don't want to hate him, but I hate that I flinch because of him. And I don't think I can ever tell him why. You feel your eyes are getting close, her eyes. Your body started to shake. Flashbacks 2 years ago, Kim Wan was the kind of girl who made even rainy days feel warm. Top of her class, neat ponytail, a smile that reached her eyes, always the first to say good morning and the last to give up on everyone. Everyone reminded her. Lunchtime. It started with a public proposal in the middle of the school courtyard. He dropped to one knee, glitter slung over his shoulder, red roses in hand, grinning like the cameras already loved him. Students cheered, phone were recording. Everyone thought they were witnessing a fairy tale, but Wayne just bowed politely, hand clasped nervously. You are kind, Sunbeam, but I really focus on my studies right now. I'm sorry. Awkward silence, then laughter. Then his jaw tightened, just for a second. No one saw it except her. That was the last time he smiled at her. Library 2 weeks later. At almost 9 p.m., the campus was empty, quite dimly lit. One sat alone between tall library shelves, working on a project. Her headphones were in, her back was turned. She never heard the door behind her locked. Still playing hard to get, huh? What are you doing here? If I can't have the perfect girl, I will ruin her. She ran, laptop open, paper fluttering, down the hall, around the corner, toward the exit, until someone yanked her back by her long, glossy hair. She crashed to the ground, fingers crawled for balance, her legs kicked, but he was angry now, too angry she fought. But the last thing she remembered sharpened in her body like his punching. There was the taste of blood, the sound of her own scream stuck in her throat. He beat her till his anger went clamp. Later, when he got back his sense, he grasped in horror. She is lying on the ground, totally burst, calling for her dad. He looked at the door, ran out from there, leaving Wine alone. Next day, when the librarian came, they found Wine and sent her to hospital. She woke up in a hospital bed. Her head was pounding, words burst, hair tangled, clumped in blood. Her mother was crying. Her father stood frozen. The nurse gently brushed her scalp, flinching, and one whispered, barely visible, "Please, cut it. All of it. I don't want it anymore." That day her hair went, and with that, her smile, her voice, her softness. She stopped crying, friendship bracelets, stopped getting people, stopped going to college for 2 years, studied from home. It took 2 years to get back her old self, but a little. She wants to be alone. She did not hate the world. She just did not trust it anymore. Back to present. Next day, Jungkook's ball. She did not show up, not in cafeteria, not in the hallway between lecture, not even at her usual window seat by the library exit. Wine was gone, or worse, hiding from him. At that thought, he growled at Jungkook harder than he could admit. He scrolled through his gallery without meaning to, eyes pausing on the blurry pictures of her. He once sneaked snapped, had brought in her books. Classroom Day 3. She dropped this class. The professor had said it casually, handing him a new partner for their project. Jungkook's stomach dropped. Switch section, new timing. No warning, no explanation. She did not just stop talking to him. She moved away from him, physically, quietly, cleanly, like he was a one she needed to disinfect. Campus grounds later 3 days. He caught glimpse of her now, walking fast, hoodies up, eyes down, no earphone, no friend, just empty air between her and the world. "You okay?" He had texted one, no reply. "You mad?" He even tried bumping into her on purpose one day near the art building. "You good, shorty?" "Fine, just busy." She said it was the truth. And he almost believed it too until he saw her hand. She was holding her sketchbook tighter than usual, too tight, fingers wide, nail digging into the spine. She was not fine, and that's what messed him up the more. Same day at night, it was just a joke, he mumbled to himself over and over, but deep down he was not stupid. He knew he had something wrong, crossed a line he had not seen until it snapped between them. The hair, the faint smirk, the way she froze, it all come back now. I should have shut up. He thought if he had gave her shape, she'd come around. After a whole 2 weeks, Jungkook staring at her empty seat in class. You are not mad at me, you are hurt by me. He leaned back, rubbed his hand over his face and said, and I don't know how to fix something when I don't even know what I broke. Time skipped more than the empty classroom. Late evening, the classroom hums with silence. The sunset casts long shadows on the floor. One packs her books, her mood went careful, too careful. She thought she was alone,
said, don't fall, don't forget all the things you've been taught, you've been told. Don't blink, don't run. Don't turn left or turn right or look straight at the sun. My mind's going in circles, I'm trying to fight it. Getting these voices inside to stay quiet. Gone to the place where all this began. Just start again. Oh, you won't see the light until the dawn breaks. No, till it's all said and done, you won't know what it takes. Gotta make a wrong turn and turn around. Gotta fall fast to pick yourself up off the ground. Until you get lost, you'll never be found. And you can't start again until you break down. They said, be meek, look beneath the bed before you go to sleep. Keep on, I shine. You surely get burned if you reach out and touch. My mind is a battle, I'm trying to hide it. Getting these voices inside to stay quiet. Only the place where all this began. Just start again. Won't see the light until the dawn breaks. No, till it's all said and done, you won't know what it takes.
The end.